Hey, what's up, guys? It's Russo and Jordy with Backdoor Fantasy Sports, and we've got another prize picks video for you. We're going to be talking about the NBA slate on January 9th, Tuesday. We've got 5 games, and the board looks pretty decent already. We've got 4 plays for you. Before we get started with that, though, if you've never tried prize picks, use our promo code, and they'll double your first deposit up to $100. And they're going to match whatever you put on. So if you do deposit the whole 100, you get 200 to play with. Just use our code and they'll hook you up with that deal. And if you're new to our channel, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell. You'll want your notifications on if you want to get on these plays in time, because they do get bumped and get removed pretty quickly sometimes, especially for the daily show. But they kind of like it's that way with the night show quite often as well. But you know, prize picks is always changing lines pretty quickly. So yeah, make sure you have your notifications on, and you should be notified as soon as we post the plays, and you can jump on them if you like what we're getting into. As always, if you guys appreciate the show and you don't mind helping us out by just liking the video, that's a huge help to us, puts us in front of a larger audience, and it's been really helping us grow. So we really appreciate it, guys. But yeah, we're before we start, let's do a recap real fast of our plays from today's slate, from Monday's slate. In the night video, I had taken Kobe White over 31 PRA. He got this done. They ended up going to overtime, but he got it done in regulation. But he ended up finishing with 38 total with overtime. And then we also took John Collins for over 20 PRA. He ended up going for 23. So we cashed on both of those. What about you, Jordy?
Yeah, I took Lauri Markkanen for over 2.5 threes, and he had 4, so we hit on that one. And then I took Daniel Gafford for over 9.5 points, and he just hooked us. He had 9 points, but he had plenty of opportunities to hit this. He missed like 2 wide open layups, and he had a dunk that he slammed too hard and it rimmed out. So just stupid stuff. Like one of the most irritating losses on that one. So yeah, that sucks.
Yeah, man, that's frustrating when you're just hooked by like half a point like that.
He got locked down by Chet Holmgren.
He what?
He got locked up by Chet Holmgren. He weighs like 100 pounds less than him. But.
Dude. Yeah, so for the night video we went 3-1. Not bad. Just barely missed that sweep by literally 1 point. But and then for the daily show, I took Jaylen Brown's fantasy score, and he had me sweating for just a little bit. We got it at 42, and I remember him sitting at 37 for so long with 5 turnovers, and all I kept thinking about was like, my gosh, if he didn't get these turnovers, we would have cashed. But he ended up getting it done. He went for 44, and should have been even more than this. That game should have gone to overtime, in my opinion. But that was a bad call when they reversed the call on him getting hit in the back of the head when he was shooting. And then, so yeah, we cashed on Jaylen Brown, and then we also took Jalen Williams over 31 fantasy score, and he had a monster night. He went for 19 points, 6 rebounds, 10 assists, and 2 steals. So he ended up going for 44.2 fantasy score. So we cashed on both of those as well. And then, yeah, you can get into your daily picks, Jordan, because I have some stuff to say about this as well.
Yeah, I took in Zubac's fantasy score for over 28.5. He crushed this. I'm happy to see that he's getting his rightful minutes. He belongs as the for sure starter on this team. He went for 39.1. He had an amazing game. He's just super productive. Like, that's what's frustrating is I've taken him in the past and I know what he can do. And that's why when I say I'm just hoping he gets the same minutes, that's why I told you guys if you didn't feel good about it, don't take it, because the minutes are a big question mark with him right now. But it's not a playing thing. Like, I'm comfortable with taking the chance on him because of how good he is when he's in there. And he's gone over this in 25 minutes before, and he actually did it in the first half tonight. So he crushed it. And then I took Grayson Allen for over 25 fantasy score. This ended up getting bumped down to 23 because KD and Eric Gordon did get activated for the night. I did warn you guys about that. I said there's a chance they miss. They were saying that Gordon was leaning towards not playing last night, and then he got activated right before the game today. So that was a little annoying. But yeah, he missed. He went for 13.6, and that was just a lousy performance by the Suns, and he did not get enough touches. I mean, he was wide open sitting in the corner so many different times. We both watched the game together, and we were just like so frustrated. But he didn't get any steals or blocks tonight. His blocks and steals prop for 1.5 for the over was like a minus 150 going into this game because he had hit it in like 8 straight games.
First time.
Yeah,
I think this is. Yeah, I think it goes back even further than that. I think he's gotten at least one in the last 10, right?
Yeah, and it's like he just didn't get anything done tonight, but they gave up so early in that game. But I'll let you go in on this.
Yeah, my frustration is Frank Vogel right now. Like we were playing good in the first half. I mean, good. Like we were putting it together. It was much closer in the first half. I don't even know if Nurkic played at all in the second half. That was so annoying to me. That's not what this show is about. It's not about the Suns, but I was so frustrated, man. Like, I think that there was a few shots. There are definitely many times where Grayson was just wide open, and I'm like, just let him shoot the ball. And they had mentioned it in the game, but he's the number one in the NBA at 3-point percentage right now. And like you had mentioned when we were watching, like, didn't you say that they said he was at 60% from the corner?
Yeah, 60% from the corner. And he was wide open time and time again in the corner. And Bradley Beal is a lot to blame for this too. He kind of played point tonight, and he just was like so erratic with the ball. Like, at least from what I watched, like, I mean, he would just like drive it in, and Grayson Allen would be in the corner waiting for the ball wide open, and he would like do some crazy like lob to KD or just something random. But it was just frustrating. It was we shouldn't have lost on this one.
I thought Beal looked like fine, but it was frustrating me when they kept playing KD at the 5 for like the whole second half, and then they would bring in Eubanks, and I'm like, maybe Nurkic was hurt or something. But anyways, sorry guys, I don't need to ramble about this anymore. That's my bad. I was just frustrated. But anyways, so we ended up going 6-2. We missed the one. Grayson Allen was like the only like real miss like that. That was so close to at least a 7-1 night, but hopefully you guys were able to cash some of those. But we feel really good about these plays tonight too. And so let's just get into it. My first play is going to be a rebounds prop. And I'm going to be taking DiVincenzo here to go over 3.5. I feel really good about this play. I'm going to be taking him for more. If we take a look at the over under here, we've got how did I miss it? There's only 5 games on the board. Right over it. Okay, we do have blowout potential against the Blazers, but the Blazers, I think, I think that this could be a little bit closer. I think 11 might be. I mean, who knows? The Knicks could definitely stomp them, but the Blazers have been playing a little bit better lately, and I think DiVincenzo, in the case of a blowout, will probably get more minutes. So. I feel really good about this regardless, but we got a 226.5 over under with the Knicks favored by 11. And if we look at what he's been doing over these last 5 games, 4 out of 5, that's great. Like, you can kind of get a feel in the last 5 games. That's pretty much that's a good indicator of what they're doing lately, obviously. And so I feel good about the amount he's been grabbing lately, but also this matchup is just great. The Blazers being 30th in rebounds allowed, specifically to shooting guards. So this is I'm feeling really good about this. I think he should get plenty of minutes. I'm guessing at least in that 25 range, but if it does turn into a blowout, he may go for like 30 minutes, So don't let that sway you. With this pick in particular. If we hop over to Daily Grind, They've got this favored to go over, but just slightly. It's like a 50-50 shot. So, go with your gut. You don't have to take this if you don't want to, but with that matchup being 30th allowed and this line being nice and low, and him kind of doing this regularly over the last 5 games, I feel good about taking him for the over. And then my next play is going to be a rebounds and assist prop. And I'm going to be taking RJ Barrett to go over 7.5. Really love this play as well. As you can see, he's been doing this a decent amount lately. If we look at this over under, we have a 232.5 over under with the Lakers favored by just 4.5 points. But we don't have any Jakob Poeltl tomorrow. So I don't know how much that'll affect this spread, or if that's already factored in or not. But I feel really good about this play. If we take a look at what he's been doing in rebounds and assists, he's come pretty close to this over the last 10 games. And lately he's been really doing it a lot more often. But you can see we only have 3 games where he didn't hit this, and 2 of those games he missed it by 1. So pretty good there. And then we've got a good matchup as well. The Lakers being 17th in rebounds allowed and 15th in assists allowed to shooting guards. So I'm feeling great about this play. I think that this is actually favored to the under just slightly on Daily Grind. So we always want to be transparent and let you guys know about that. So if you don't feel comfortable with it, just fade it, go with something else. But this is first look. There'll be more tomorrow in the Daily Show as well. But yeah, this is favored just slightly to the under. But I mean, regardless, I feel good about that, especially with that matchup, and 7.5 is just so low for him. So yeah, those are the 2 I'm going to be rolling with. DiVincenzo over 3.5 rebounds and RJ Barrett over 7.5 rebounds and assists. What do you got for us, Jordy?
Yeah, man. So to get me into mine here, I'm going to be going with a points prop to start here. And I feel pretty good about this one. I'm going to be going with Cam Reddish for over 6.5 points. Excuse me. I like him to go over this. He's done it in only 2 out of his last 5 here, but if you look at his points over the last 10, he's gone over this in 5 out of 10 games. This is a pretty good matchup for him, though. If you look at the points Toronto's giving up to small forwards, they're giving up 23.8. They're ranked 26th. LeBron James is questionable in this game with a left ankle inflammation. It's probably because he's trying to do these crazy dunks at like 40 years old. But, I think even if he does play, I think Cam has a good shot of going over this. He only gets about 25 minutes a game. So if you don't like it, you don't have to play it. But I feel pretty good about it. Rui Hachimura is also questionable alongside of Anthony Davis. So there's a lot of questionable tags in this game. They've been playing through him a lot, but Rui has sat out. When Rui did sit out in the game against Memphis, he played 32 minutes. So I think Cam has a good shot of getting this done. If you look over here on Daily Grind, it's a minus 135 to go over with a 53.15% chance to hit. So I feel pretty good about this one. I'm definitely going to be playing it tomorrow. I think it's just a little low. So if you don't like it, you don't have to take it. But I really feel good about this one. Regardless of his minutes tomorrow. So I feel good about that. And then I'm going to be taking a assist prop here for my next one. I'm going with Emmanuel quickly to go over 4.5 assists. Over the last 10, this looks really grim, but honestly, it's because New York, he was coming off the bench, and now he's getting full-on starting minutes, and they put him right in the point guard position in Toronto. So he's really thriving in this position too, and he's making the most out of his minutes. And you can see against Golden State, he had 10 in only 26 minutes. They did torch them, but he played 37 minutes against Sacramento, and he had 8 assists in that game and 5 against Memphis. So he's hit this every time so far as a Toronto Raptor. So I feel pretty good about it. LA is ranked 12th in assists allowed to point guards, giving up 8.2 a game. We only need 5, and I think this is going to be a competitive game. If you look at the over-under in this game, it's a 232.5 with a 4.5 point spread. So I feel really good about this one. So I'm going to be taking the over on this as well. My cat is demolishing something in the background. Hopefully you can't hear that. But yeah, I feel really good about these two. So that's the two I'm going to be rolling with. And if we look at the, I wanted to show you the odds on quickly real quick. This is a minus 126 to go over. A lot of people have it at minus 120 or 25, but it's a 51.77% chance to hit. So I feel pretty good about it. I think it's going to be a fun game. So, he's going to have to do a little bit more alongside Scotty Barnes with no Yaka portal. So I think it's going to be a pretty fun game to watch. So that's my two, man.
Great. So yeah, that's the 4 we're rolling with for first look, guys. Feel really good about it. The night show we've been getting some better options at first look, which has been great lately. So if you're interested in checking out the tools from Daily Grind, they're our official partner. So they're giving all of our viewers 25% off of any of their DFS tools. They've got the DFS optimizer. They have the correlation tool. They have all sorts of cool tools you can check out. So if you're interested in checking that out, just use code BACKDOOR. It's just one word, and they'll give you 25% off if you're a first-time user. And if you want to check out our Discord, we're always hanging out there. If you're into that type of thing, there's a link in the description of the video for that as well. And yeah, that's going to do it, guys. We hope you have a great rest of your night and enjoy Taco Tuesday. And we will catch you in tomorrow's daily show.
Good luck, guys.